Alright, welcome back everyone to episode 2 of the Anaheim Musketeers Sports Network, and today we have the top 7 picks in the NBA2K draft. Basically the highlights for you. Number 1, Billy Cunningham. Number 1 pick, should have been us, just saying. But you know, life really be tough out here for these Musketeer fans. 14.2 rebounds last year at North Carolina. That's crazy. And now number 2 pick, it's going to be Gail Goodrich. Alright, that's actually crazy. 6'1", 170. Honestly, I think he needs to put on some weight. He's going to be getting bodied out here. But then again, he is 6'1". He did score 32 points per game at UCLA. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. But that means the Seattle Sonics, I almost said the Seattle Seahawks, my bad. The Seattle Sonics are going to be grabbing Rick Barry. Great player. I mean, that was the guy I was going to be most likely choosing. Actually, probably would have been taken Cunningham because he's a power forward, Rick Barry, small forward. The two positions are going to collide. But yeah, so that's that. 4th pick, Bob Love. And next up is us. Remember, basically, if I do pick a small forward, or if the Musketeers do pick a small forward, what happens here is Mike Ford Jr. most likely going to be traded. So we'll have to see what happens here. Barry Williamson is going to choose Melvin Elliott. Alright, there you go. And Melvin Elliott is going to be the 5th pick in the NBA draft. 6'7", 196 out of Wisconsin. And Sean Devaney. So let's see what's going to happen. Future star in Melvin Elliott. That's great. But now coming up next, you have the Hornets. Oh, excuse me. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Yeah, the Hornets. And they pick up Peter Ranchich, shooting guard, 6'7" shooting guard. That's crazy. All right, that coming out of Croatia, that's gonna actually be a lot helpful to them. Point guard wise, they did lose Kemba Walker a few years back, as you remember. So now they're still trying to rebuild out here. Toronto Raptors. Oh, okay. There's a big trade. And wow, okay, Toronto Raptors are going to pick up Kevin Love. I think that's pretty smart. You know, they're trying to win now. Kyle Lowry getting really old. Pascal Siakam hitting his prime, so they're going to be picking up Kevin Love to really try and put him over the edge in the East, over teams like the 76ers and the Bucks. Now, we're going to skip along here. 20th pick for us, we have Andrew Kelly, a center, 7'2", and now the 38th pick. Yeah, 38th pick, we have Keith Erickson. And yeah, also a small forward. So yeah, now as you can see here, just a little summary. Pause if you want to see any of the players. But yeah, this is it. That was the first round, and this is going to be the second round. So you guys all enjoyed the NBA draft 2021, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, now next up we have the Musketeers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have officially signed Paul George to a 3-year, $125.33 million contract. We gave him a player option at the end of his contract, as well as a no-trade clause. He is 31 and is playing the small forward position. That means Michael Porter Jr. is going to have to go. Musketeer fans weren't so happy about this one. Bobo, 4 years to $93.48 million. Wasn't really proven last year. He was playing behind the Denver Nuggets. They let him go. They obviously didn't need him. They had Nikola Jokic. So we came in, offered him probably a lot more than we needed to, but he's 21, a center, shot 45% from 3 last year. Honestly, if he can just keep that number consistent, we got a steal in the NBA free agency. But of course, we do need to sign some role players. Josh Hart, 2 years, $23 million. Jay Crowder, 2 years, $20 million. Fred VanVleet, 2 years, $20 million. And Bismack Biyombo, 1 year to $4.4 million. Now, you might be asking, why so much money for all these players? Basically, we needed to fill up the cap space. You didn't want to take a penalty. The only big contract we ever had was Paul George and Bobo. Unfortunately, that means that we actually had to use up some more of the cap space in order to avoid taking penalty by the league, because your salary cap is supposed to hold a certain amount of money every single year. So we just put it on these role players, 2 years, and if it doesn't work out, then hey, you know, we're just gonna move on. And after those 2 years, maybe they can be used as good trade pieces. But so far, we're just gonna see what happened behind Paul George. So yeah, and oh yeah, not only that, but next year's free agency is a bit whack. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. But now moving on, we have the Musketeers key re-signings. Okay, so we basically re-signed Michael Porter Jr. This was a team option, of course, but he did not force his way out. Free agency, there was a huge fear in the organization that Michael Porter Jr. was going to force his way out. But hey, he's only 23. But since we did just sign Melvin Elliott, or we drafted him, and then we just signed Paul George, Michael Porter Jr. most likely going to be traded in the upcoming game. Not even game, upcoming months. He probably won't make it to the training camp, and if he does make it to training camp, he won't make it to the first game. Unfortunately, I know it is how it is. We've already alerted him, and things are how they are. But yeah, now moving on, we have free agency review, and as you see here, I'm just going to be scrolling through all these teams. Pause if any of them are your favorites. And Zion Williamson is just balling out. Last year he balled out, and honestly, they should be a Western Conference playoff team this year. So yeah, Sonics, as you see, they did get Bradley Beal. Spurs picked up Oladipo. Stars with Gail Goodrich. Suns have DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. And Thunder have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves keep Anthony Towns. Gobert on the Tornadoes. Interesting pick right there, as you can see there. That was actually very interesting to me. And Warriors still have Curry, Russell, and Thompson. Wizards, John Wall, Steven Adams, no Bradley Beal, of course, he's on the Sonics now. 76ers, they're going to keep their core squad. You know, Simmons and Embiid really showed who they were last year. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bulls keep all their key young guys. Honestly, they're going to be a team to be afraid of in the East. Cavaliers, Oscar Robertson, he has a huge jump last season. Honestly, not even a huge jump. He just played from a really good college star to now an NBA superstar for the Cavaliers. So yeah, and now you have Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart. These guys, oh, and Jaylen Brown. How can I forget Jaylen Brown? These guys represent a lot for this team. The young core, specifically Kawhi Leonard, and now you have Jerry West on the Grizzlies. That was actually a really awkward transition. I said Kawhi Leonard and Jerry West. Kawhi Leonard is not on the Grizzlies. Forgive me. But yeah, the Heat, Butler, DeJounte Murray, Justice Winslow. Yes, DeJounte Murray, we did let him go this year. Obviously, he had a tough year at the Musketeers, so we didn't want to force them to stay or anything. Jazz, you have Donovan Mitchell. You know, that's pretty cool. Kings, Fox, Bagley, Hield. Knicks, they did pick up Mike Conley, and RJ Barrett did jump huge last season, so we'll see what happens there. Lakers, Davis, James. Excuse me, sorry, the cough. The Magic, Tobias Harris, Nikola Vucevic, Mavericks, and I see the Musketeers here with Paul George. So yeah, that'll be that. Hope you guys all enjoyed this free agency review, the draft. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. And next episode, we should have our first game coming up in the new NBA season, and hopefully Michael Porter Jr. will have a new team where he can get some more playing time, because he's getting no playing time with Melvin Elliott just recently drafted and Paul George also on the team. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you guys all for watching, and goodbye.